Okay, good morning all. Welcome to day 7 of the Scooter Cannonball run. It's Sunday, the I don't know what day, and we're leaving from the Stay USA Hotel and Suites. I would call it the Stay Away USA. Not a great place. Anyway, that's another story. The ride today is going to suck. There's no two ways about it. They've all sucked a little bit just because of our slow speeds. Just keep remembering we signed up for this. Today we are going into Wyoming, and we've got 11,000 foot ascent up into the mountains, up into the Rockies. We're hoping for clear, warm weather because we don't have base layers and really warm stuff, so it might get a little nipply at the end of the day when we're headed up into the mountains. And we're hoping for best case of second gear on a lot of that stuff, because we've already run into quite a few hills that are fortunate enough to be in third gear full throttle and losing, and then switching down to second gear just to maintain. So I'm kind of thinking the big ascents that are just long, steady uphill pulls forever, probably going to be second gear, just trundling up about 25, maybe 30 miles an hour if we're lucky. Second gear kind of runs out of steam on these. You start spinning it up to redline in the high 20s, mid to high 20s. So we don't want to live there for extended periods if we can avoid it. Anyway, South Dakota has been interesting. I'm ready to leave. A lot of gravel yesterday, and unfortunately this morning we're starting off with a lot more gravel. I think we had 20 some miles, 24, 26 miles, something like that, of gravel to get to our first checkpoint. So we're going to have fun. The stuff that we were on yesterday in Badlands was really bad washboard, and when I say really bad, I mean the Cubs were bouncing off the ground. We were bunny hopping over the washboards. It was so bad. Once we got on the hard pack, it wasn't too bad. I was having muscle pain and Charlie horses and stuff like that, so I was having a bad day. It was not a good day for me. Low sleep, and physical disablement doesn't do well when you're trying to wrangle a machine over that kind of terrain. But today we're hoping it's just hard pack, and I can rip along at probably 40, 45 on that without feeling too uncomfortable, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll shut it down now. There's nothing but straight roads and no fun for at least a while until we get into the twisty stuff. So we're 7 days into the trip, and we're really liking the SherpaX trailers. I haven't really spoken much about it other than they work great, but I haven't shown them in action. So here's an action shot. We don't have any real bumps to show the suspension, but they tow right behind the bike. They lean with the bike, but it articulates and bounces up and down with bumps. So they're great little touring aids. Of course, we're using them for road touring. They're more designed for off-road. There's some bumps. I can see the suspension working. So the front mounting yoke up here is tied to the rear axle, so it doesn't go up and down with the bike suspension at all. It's tied to the rear wheel, so it does everything that the rear wheel of the bike does. It has its own rear suspension here that stabilizes the back of the trailer, and it just works great. These things are amazing. They've got tons of clearance for off-road, and honestly we're not off-roading, not much. Gravel roads about as far as we go, but yeah, it's great. Take all your crap with you. If you're just camping, you throw your sleep kit in there, whether it's hammock or tent or whatever you're doing, your kitchen kit, your tools for your bike if you want to carry them back there. So for us, it's all of that, plus our spares, plus oil, plus everything that we need for maintaining our bikes on the road. It's just a long trip. It's going to be close to 10,000 miles when we're done with this, I think. So we're picking up oil as we go, but we do have a couple of quarts each to use for one change and then consumption as a backup. We're burning about 100 mil a day on these, maybe 150, because they're just wide open throttle, running it near redline all day long. But back to the trailer. Fantastic. It's great. We're going to make some modifications to our boxes. I already weather stripped the lid underneath. I'll show a picture of that. I just got 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch rubber weather seal and ran it on the little groove on the inside of the lid. Works great. Watertight. Well, 99% watertight. We're going to mount some, what are they, like bucket organizers, like tool bucket organizers, on the side walls of the box, and just, you know, punch holes through the outside and use some stainless steel rivets and silicone to make sure it's still, you know, weather tight. But that'll give us vertical organization and leave the floor of the box pretty much open. The problem we're having now is everything is just loose and floating around in there. You know, you think you know where you put something, and you go looking for it, and it's not there. It's shifted around, it's buried, whatever. So that'll help with organization. And beyond that, great. Super easy. You get to camp, take the straps off the top, lift the box right out, carry it over to where you want to set up camp, and done. So anyway, this is the road. Lots more of this. Uphill, 3rd gear, 4th gear. Yeah, see, I'm 4th, losing speed. Oh, chug it. Yep, 3rd gear. 3rd gear and keep it pinned, and you might maintain if you're lucky. 13 more hours of this. Are you bored yet? Yeah. Music. That's got to be a military or militia base up there. They had a shit ton of military vehicles, but I didn't see, they don't have security fences. And see, here's another one. What's up with all these trucks? There were no security fences up there. I didn't see the guys in them, but I mean, there are a shit ton of military trucks. Normally, if it's military, they've got, you know, fences and shit. That's just an open camp out there. It's different. That's what I'm wondering. Where are they getting all their equipment? They had MRAPs and some other big shit out there, so. You can get Humvees, you know, on the civilian market now, but you can't get MRAPs. And the mine hogs and stuff, those are still limited. Yeah, see, here's an armory over to our left. Now that's gated up. I get that. That makes sense. I don't know what that other one's all about. Maybe we can look it up on a map, figure it out. I took one. It hasn't really kicked in yet, but at least those curves kept me entertained to wake me up because I was sleeping. Turning left. Yeah. Is that our first checkpoint? Long fucking way to go for the first checkpoint. Druggy. Damn degenerate. Scooter gypsy bastards. Popping drugs and tearing up our towns. Changing oil in our parking lots and leaving fucking oil slicks behind. Using our welcome mats. Fucking bastards. 88 degrees already. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Man, when I stopped on the highway back there, it felt cool while we were running. As soon as I stopped, I could feel the heat just baking on my back. Oh man, I got hot quick. I was like, fuck, I need to get moving. Oh, nice Mazda. That's a Mazda speed. It's a quick car. Ready. I'm already down to 2 bars again. How about you? Didn't get it swallowed completely? Oh. Ew. It's dissolving. Nasty. Nasty. Yeah. It's fucking great. I love it. Yeah, well, that and what's the other one? The BC powder or something like that. It's like an aspirin, an analgesic, and everything all in one, and you pour it into water. Yeah, that's good shit, man. It's got caffeine and all kinds of stuff in it. The best aspirin I've ever had, and it's very hard to find now, it may actually be out of production, was called Excedrin, and it was aspirin, acetaminophen, caffeine, and a bunch of stuff all in one, and fucking great stuff, man. I think they took it off the market because people were cooking it and extracting shit out of it and making something meaner. I don't know what it was. I think so, yeah, so they took it off the market. The Excedrin, yeah. I love that stuff. It was great, because if you had a headache or, you know, like a real bad muscle ache or something like that, oh, you take 2 of those things and shit, 20 minutes later you're right as rain. Yeah, here's a military training base, so this must be all military. That says something there, I can't read it. Yeah, look at the corner. Yeah, it almost looked private, but I mean, that was definitely a PT course that we passed back there. So. I am not knowing. But these are some fun roads to drive in that little Miata. Those things are go-karts. I love them. I had one. I want to get another one. Oh, hell yeah. They've gotten pretty expensive for a little car. They're not fast, but they are very quick because they're well balanced. They don't have a lot of horsepower, like 160, 170 horsepower or something like that. But they're extremely well balanced. They've got almost a perfect 50-50 weight balance, and they're rear drive, so it's a true sports car. And oh my god, they're just so much fun to throw around in the corners. It's a go-kart. They're not bad road trip cars either. I drove mine, I took it on some long highway trips, you know, 1,000-mile trips and whatever. They're pretty good. A little noisy, but as far as smooth ride and compliant, it was great. Damn, I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna probably pick one up this fall. I was thinking about trading in my new Accord. I got the Accord because I thought okay, I need to do the responsible thing, the adult thing. I'll get a family sedan that's a little bit fun and nice to drive and all that, but my son could drive it, my wife could drive it and all that. I was tempted to get the BMW M2 competition coupe or the little Porsche Cayman, because I want a sports car again. I haven't had a sports car in forever, and I was like, I can't do that because that's just a me purchase, you know. I got tons of motorcycles. Those are my me things. So I got the Accord thinking that my wife would drive it, or, you know, I could let my son or somebody drive it occasionally. They don't fucking drive it. My wife hates it because it doesn't have a shifter. It's got a push button, you know, transmission thing. She hates it. So she absolutely refuses to drive it. And no, but she wants a regular shift, you know, like a selector lever. She hates the new cars that have the push button electronic transmission thing. Well, I told her, you're gonna have to fucking get used to it because they're all going that way eventually. Yeah, they're all going that way eventually. So, anyway. Yeah, this is a shooting course over here to our right. This is where they shoot. These are graded distance markers out there. Anyway, so I don't really drive the car that much. I'm mostly on the bikes, and I'm thinking of trading it in. Fuck, I'll just get the BMW or something for me to play with. But now thinking about the Miata, shit, I'll just pick up a Miata. I really like that little car. Well, and the ironic thing is I bought the Miata for my wife because she just had to have it. We were looking for cars, a second car. She had a new Accord that I bought her, brand new, and we needed a second car. So we went around shopping. We ended up at CarMax over there, not far from where you live. It was right there on the 610 or 59 area, whatever that one was. And they had a 6-month-old white Miata in their showroom. It only had like 1,000 miles on it, and it was a good price. I think we paid like 18 or 19,000 for it or something like that, but it was a standard, and she didn't know how to drive a standard, and she's like, oh my god, I want this, this will be my birthday present, anniversary present, Christmas present, all in one. I really want this car. I love it. And I said, well, you know, you got to learn to drive a standard. That's fine, I'll learn to drive it, blah blah blah. She drove that car exactly twice. And I was like, fuck, you know. So I ended up driving it for 2 years, and we sold it off. I took a bath on it. We lost 50% of the value. And like, yeah. They are badass. The only problem is they don't really have a full roof. They're not practical. The new Miatas are retractable hardtops, so they're convertible, but it's a hardtop, so it collapses down into the trunk area. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, talking about Vanderhall, did you see they've got a new off-road badass little Jeep killer? I just saw the advertisement on Instagram yesterday when I was thumbing through the stuff on Instagram. They call it the Brawler. It's supposed to be in production later this year or early next year. It's like a Baja truck. It's badass. So the front end of it looks kind of like the little Jeep, but it's jacked up. It has 20 inches of suspension, 20 fucking inches of suspension, big ass wheels, and it's all electric. 400 horsepower, 200-mile range, air conditioning, everything. Yes! I was like, fucking sign me up. I know it's not going to be cheap. It'll probably be 60 grand, but holy shit. I mean, something you can just go balling off-road with. 20 inches of suspension, holy fuck. And all electric, and it's just going to be torque. Fuck, that'll be cool. Now, where are you going to charge it up after 200 miles of having fun? I don't know. You don't want to be out in these fucking hills, not unless you got a big solar panel waiting for you. In a generator truck. No shit. You need a generator truck, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'll send you the link for it. That's badass. So it's called the Brawler. So Vanderhall Brawler. And the pictures they showed of it looked real. It didn't look like, you know, CGI or whatever. It looked real. So apparently they've got their, you know, production sample or their prototypes that they're taking pictures with to tease everybody. They are going to sell a shit ton of those things. Fuck Jeep, man. Fuck Jeep. I hate Jeep. They piss me off. They're too expensive and they fall apart. I'm liking Wyoming so far. This is fucking great. South Dakota can suck my left nut. I said South Dakota can suck my left nut. I didn't like South Dakota. Wyoming is kicking ass so far. This is fucking great, man. I'm digging this shit. It's too bad Wyoming is so fucking far away from Texas. I don't like riding this shit. Maybe I'll bring the Rebel up here. Yep, we're zooming in. What is our checkpoint? Oh, it's an intersection. Because it has a sign, that would be nice. Uh-oh, it says pavement ends. This might be where the shit show starts. Yep. Cruisers would be fun on these roads. Might not be so great for sport bikes, but good for cruisers. I mean, sport bikes would be alright, but I don't want to get too overzealous in these hills. Yeah, exactly. Let the shit show begin. I'll lead if you want me to. It's up to you. My opinion of Wyoming might change right here. I've been having such a good day so far. This might change my mind. I see some minor washboarding, but it doesn't look real bad. It's not hard pack. It's loose. So there's some wiggle. Fair amount of wiggle. I'm trying to decide which track I want to take here. Yeah, this isn't hard pack. It's fairly loose. Whatever you do, don't rely on the front brake. Just use engine brake and your rear brake. Yeah, this isn't hard pack, and there's a fair amount of washboarding. It's not as bad as the stuff yesterday. This is closer. It's denser washboard. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay. It's getting dicey off to the side, getting pulled down to the side. Yeah. I don't know. Now's the time to turn around if you want to turn around. Well, I don't know what it's going to turn into. This is manageable, but it's not good. It's not good. This is washboardy shit. What do you think? Okay. Yeah, right up to here, the roads have been great. This is not graded well. Not for bikes, anyway. Yeah, just watch for the deep piles, because the deep piles are going to drag you. I got pulled to the outer edge, and it wasn't steering where I was asking it to go. If you can get up to a planing speed, it's kind of like riding on sand. You got to get moving fast enough that the bike's rotational inertia of the wheels kind of keep you going, but not so fast that if it starts to dig, you can't dab a foot. So 25, 30 maybe. Yeah, it's probably about the limit for this, because when you get into the washboard, then you start losing directional control. It's pretty deep stuff. Yeah, I'm doing 25, and it's manageable. It's not comfortable, but it's manageable. Minor inputs, and let the bike ride itself. Yeah, it's going to, you know, wash side to side. Just let it do it. Don't try to fight it too much. If you feel your steering start to dig, then yes, you need to dab a foot or drag your rear brake, and that will usually straighten it up a bit. The Cub's tires are just so narrow that it digs down through the top layer of shit instead of riding on the top of it. I said the Cub's tires are so narrow that it digs down through the top layer of gravel to the pack below, so that's why it's constantly squirming. It doesn't ride on the top. If they were a little bit wider, it would just skim the top. Yeah, I'm comfortably doing 25. Yeah, comfortable is a relative term, considering it's always trying to fall left or fall right. Yeah, if our tires were about 20 millimeters wider, it would probably be okay. 25 is manageable. Manageable is a better word than comfortable. It's just there's deep piles of shit everywhere, and once you get in them, they start dragging you the direction you don't want to go, which is toward the shoulder. Because once you get to a certain angle, you're not pulling it back out. You're fucked. So if you feel yourself going off the side of the road, don't fight it and try to yank back up to the road. Just yeah, continue the line, ride it out on the brakes, and just go straight off into the soft scrub on the side, and then you can restore your trajectory. If you try to steer out of it, you'll dump it for sure. Hey, I just ran over a scorpion. Haha! Dead fucker. Yeah. I hate scorpions. Yeah, I just saw him crawling right through the rut that I was riding in, and I aimed right for him. Pretty good size scorpion, about 3 to 4 inches. Straight on, no turn, straight on. Ooh, don't you fall, you piece of shit. Oh, this one's steep, goody. And of course there's deep piles of gravel. It feels like riding on snow. That's what it feels like to me. I've done quite a bit of snow riding on bikes. That's what it feels like. Narrow little tires cutting through the top layer. You okay? Yeah. You just want to stay as close to the middle of the road as you can, because if you get toward the shoulders, you'll definitely eat shit. Because once you start going off in those nickel-sized pebbles, you're not steering anymore. Yeah. That delayed input, it tries to fishtail around doing its own thing, and that doesn't help the steering. If we had knobby tires anywhere in this trio, it would be okay, but we got narrow-ass little street tires on all 3 wheels. We're riding pizza cutters in sand. Okay, we have a intersection coming up here. Is it paved? That would be beautiful. It is. We got blacktop. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. And we're turning right. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. We're turning right. Yeah. Yeah, they could not make that show today. Blazing Saddles would have been scrapped on the cutting room floor before it ever made production. Oh my god, this washboard is bad news. I'm going to try to get next to you and show the suspension action. It is crazy. I know. I don't want to get washed down the shoulder. Yeah, I don't want to get in your way, and I don't want to get washed down the shoulder, but the duration of these bumps sets up an oscillation on the bikes that's just uncontrollable. Even the trailer in the back is hopping. It's completely off the ground. It's hovering. Okay, I'm over further to the right now. Okay, come on over. It's bad news, and going faster won't help anything. It's just going to get to where the bike is hovering over the surface and you can't steer it. That's what almost downed me twice yesterday. Because I started... Go ahead, go ahead. These bikes just don't have enough suspension for it. Yeah, that was a good shot right there. You can see both the front and rear wheels off the ground at the exact same moment. It's bunny hopping. It's bunny hopping over those damn bumps. Well, it's deep is the problem. It's wider, but it's deep, and you get dragged around. So yesterday, in that shit in the park, the bike was hovering over the road, and I was getting pulled out to the soft stuff on the right, in the deep ravine kind of shit. And I had no control. I couldn't stop. I couldn't steer. I was like, okay, this is going to suck real bad in about 3 seconds. I managed to pull it out at the last second, but and of course I was fighting that and the Charlie horse in my leg and the locked up trapezius muscle all at the same time. I'm like, all right, this is a definite shit show with a well, that's oh, right there. See, I just pizza cuttered. I almost lost it. The front wheel starts pizza cuttering in, and you can't control anything. You're just along for the ride. Physics takes over. Don't correct. If it starts washing out, don't correct. Just ride it. Just ride it at that angle and reduce your speed, and you'll regain control. If you steer it, you're going down. Getting that deep shit, and you have no control at all. It sucks, man. And the washboards just happen out of nowhere, and it's not like you can quickly steer around them. You're stuck on the path that you're on. You just got to ride it out. Somehow I got a rock in my boot. How the hell did that happen? My pant leg is down over the boot. How the fuck did I pick up a rock? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I got one good shot of your tires. In fact, I'll have to slow-mo it and look at it, but I think all three wheels were in the air at the same time, front, rear, and trailer. I mean, the whole bike is just bunny hopping, man. We do not have the suspension for this. We're just over here. If we had any knobbies at all, it would help. These things are slick little street tires. I'm gonna have to go back and pick up my right nut. Oh yeah. Just think, we've only got 5 more miles of this to go. Ugh. It's not good for the bikes, I guarantee you. Yeah, I had to take off the all the weight on my mounts because the phone and the GPS are getting swung around 3 inches with every one of those jolts. It's going to snap the mounts, or it's going to break my windshield mount off. I don't know which. Ooh, stay out of that shoulder. Get over here. We'll be pissing blood at the end of the day. Oh. And I would stand up, but that's not going to help attitude control on the bike at all, because then you can't use butt English. When your front end is washing out, the last thing you want to do is stand, because then you've raised your center of gravity too high, and it's definitely going to go down. Ask me how I know. Wouldn't be the first time I ate shit doing that. When I took my XT250 to Arkansas and I was riding all those mountain roads, man, I ate shit 3 or 4 times on that thing. going about this fast, maybe a little faster, and I would hit patches of real coarsely graded gravel. I'm talking, you know, half-inch stuff. It's just marbles. You have no control once you get in it. And the worst one, I was going about 35 miles an hour and hit some of that stuff, and the bike just started to wash, and suddenly the front end wasn't there. I ended up supermaning. Fuck. Face first into gravel. Thank you. Oop, trailer started to fishtail. Hey. Washboard shit is no good when you've only got 3 inches of suspension. Well, yeah, and it's the same with sand. You got to get up to a planing speed to where you're not digging into it. But once you hit those washboards at 30 or 35, you're really in trouble because you can't control it. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. Yeah, if we aired the tires down, it might help, but you know, pump them up, pump them down every segment. Yeah, and there's differing school of thought on that. When you're running tubeless tires, street bike tires, airing down really doesn't help that much. In fact, you can end up hurting yourself more than helping sometimes, because you can pinch your sidewalls and mess up the bead, or worse, you can dent your alloy rims. If you're not running spoked rims, you can dent the alloy, and then you don't have a good seal, so you can have trouble. I've done that on a couple of bikes, but it was much more extreme off-road than this. That's why people, I've got that CB500X, and it's supposed to be kind of a light off-road bike. Light meaning light duty, not lightweight. It's too fucking heavy for that stuff. And it's only got 5 inches of suspension. So you get into some of this stuff, especially with those 17-inch street tires, and you're going to have problems. And people are saying, oh, no, you just don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 45 years. And I have ruined a few street bike wheels doing that. And if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you ruin a wheel, good luck, you're not getting home. The other thing I've done with street bike tires is, you know, chunky, sharp gravel. It'll pierce your sidewall sometimes, and you're not fixing that with a plug, because the cut you're going to get is lengthwise or triangular in shape, and a patch kit ain't doing you any good. Patches are only good for nail holes and stuff like that. Ooh, stay over here. Yeah, the people that armchair quarterback it, and yeah, you don't know what you're doing. No, this is how you do it, and blah blah, and this and that. A lot of them don't really have that much experience. And if they do, they're not doing a cross-country ride or, you know, multi-state ride or something like that, where that machine is their transportation to get to and from the fun. So you got to be a little more cautious and take care of the machine, because that's how you get back. Now, if you got a truck or support of some kind to bring you spares or haul your ass out of there after you break the machine, well, then you can be as reckless as you want. The stakes are different. Oy. And let me tell you, nothing sucks worse than being stuck in 100-degree weather like this, sitting on the side of the road or the trail, either waiting for somebody to come rescue your ass because you broke your bike, or trying to change a tire. Yeah, well, you can get tow service, but they're going to take a long-ass time to come find you. And if you don't have shade and you don't have enough water, well, you just put yourself in a real bad situation. Ask me how I know. I've done that. I blew a tire, patched it 3 times, and it kept going out on me, and I didn't have any more patches. And I ended up sitting on the side of a mountain trail for, I don't know what it was, probably 4 hours in the sun, 105 degrees. Yeah, it's bad news, man. Went through all of my water, and I was starting to worry whether I was going to get out of there or not. And you don't really want to leave your bike. You know, you can leave the bike, but you've got something hanging on the side of your trailer. Hang on a second. Slow down. Just a little. What is flapping? Oh, we broke your plate. Your plate is hanging. So we sheared it off. So it looks like we're doing an identical repair for your bike. So stress fracture. It broke in the same fucking place mine did. So it's the banging around that did it. So I don't know. We might be able to lift it up and shove it in there so the wiring doesn't get damaged. But yeah, your lighting plate is busticated. Yeah. So we found the weak point in the design. We need to do to yours what we did to mine. So, good luck. Yeah. It's going to bounce out of there. Zip ties if you got them. Yeah. And as I was just talking about sitting on the side of the road in the heat, great. Here we are. Yeah, it's that high frequency bouncing caused a stress fracture, and it just snapped off. I didn't notice it until just now. Yeah, the lights are still good. I was pretty good with the wiring loom, so. So yeah, pretty extreme abuse here. It's the washboards that did it. Regular bumps aren't going to do that because they're not going to set up an oscillation. Well, we could rope it up. Turn this off so it doesn't overheat. Yep, it just got bounced around one too many times. So we'll you can go down. There's rubber. There's rubber backing on that. We could push through it with something if you push hard. Flip that over the other direction. There you go, and just mash. It should go through. Yep. It'll slip through that V. So yeah, second one somehow put it off the handle.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and loop this, close this, right?
Yeah. Yep. If it'll make it. Do we have 2 of them? Well, just strap. Beat that up a little bit. We're going to have somebody come flying down this road anytime. Double them. Add one to the other. Yeah. Chain them, I should say. There you go. Okay. Shove that through. And then we'll lift this up and we can go through this. So, through there.
Is that going to pull it off, though? It's probably going to pull it off, isn't it?
It won't pull it off. When it's snapped, it should stay. I think it'll stay. We'll try.
Go through here.
Which one are you looking at? Sorry.
Let's see. Or around. No, that's going to...
No, I think the hole is our only shot.
Pull it off, but...
I don't think it's going to pull it off. We'll try it. Okay, and now we should be able to still click it shut. I've got dirt in my teeth. I'm gritting as I close my teeth. Ooh, we got mountains over there. Pooey. Gritty teeth. Yeah, I'll keep an eye. Yeah, I saw something kind of swinging over here on the side. It's like, what is that? A strap or what was I seeing flap?
Bungee it too, but
I've got the small rock straps. We could do that later, but this should hold for now. We hope. If it pulls it loose, I'll see it. Well, we're way ahead of everybody else, at least the ones that we saw behind us, because they haven't made it here yet. Yeah, so I'll work with Burgess and tell him what we figured out. The next thing that I'm going to do on Rev 2 of this is I'm going to have the sides right here with a little curved up plate either this way or that way, so we can put actual turn signals off the sides, because I noticed these are a little hard to see in bright daylight. So if we had LED signals hanging off the side that were much brighter, then it'll work. So get the brake bar, progressive, and the turn signals. But this is definitely a superior mounting situation here. Just cut that plate at the bend and sandwich that bitch. Okay. Yeah, turn on the AC, would you? Because the air is almost dead still out here. Yeah, well, blowtorch to the face. Let's go. Oh. I don't know how far we're going on this because I put away my GPS, so we'll find out. Oh, I know we got more. I just don't know how far. I don't know where we're going to turn. That's a Bodge. It'll work. Hit your brakes. I want to see the light. Yep, still working. I'm glad I saw it when I did, because it would have gotten smashed and pinched into that swing arm of the trailer. This is pretty smooth right here. So that's why they put that V shape in the aluminum, because they figured that would be a stress point getting bounced around. I didn't anticipate that it would bounce nearly as much as it does, but this is, off-road extreme here, so, well, extreme for our case because of the washboard. So those other 3 plates that I've got at home, I'm just going to modify them, chop down right there in that the bend, double them up, and I'll be able to use those additional 3 prototypes. This is actually traveling okay. This is not bad. It's deep, but no washboards. Yeah, rocks flying off of the front tire. It's because they're slicks, man. They're just popping stuff out from underneath them. Knobbies grab a hold of it. Yeah, it was a little tan scorpion that walked out in front of me, and I smashed his ass. I don't like the scorpions. We had tons of those in Oklahoma growing up. It was all rural, you know, fields and stuff. And we had black ones and clear ones, almost white clear. And the little ones were the bastards. They crawl on ceilings and stuff. They can walk on walls. It's amazing watching these little things move around. And invariably, they would be walking along on the ceiling, and they'll drop right on you, on your lap, on your shoulder, where you're not ready for it. You're minding your business, watching TV at a buddy's house, and suddenly you feel a tiny little thump or whatever, and if you don't immediately address that, it's going to zap you on the neck, or zap you on the ear, or your leg, or fuck, evil little things. I've probably been stung by scorpions at least 100 times, and not one of them was fun. God, they suck. They've got a venom, but it's not dangerous to us. It's more for, I think they hunt spiders and shit like that, but it doesn't feel good. Yeah. Well, the problem with bigger the little ones are usually the most dangerous as far as the venom. The bigger ones hurt more, I think, because they've got a much bigger stinger on the end of their tail, and when they zap you, it leaves a hole in you. It's not like a bee sting where it's an injection. They leave a hole in your skin. You're bleeding. Little assholes. Well, somebody spiraled out right there. I don't know what that was. Do you see all that mess? You didn't notice it? I'll have to show that one back on video because I'm recording. Somebody spiraled and lost control of their shit right there. I hope they didn't eat it. That was a tank slapper, left, right, left, right. It was crisscrosses. Stay over here. Camera will not do this justice. It looks really flat and smooth and shallow. It's not. Those piles of gravel are 2 inches deep. In some cases, deeper than that. Yeah, I know, it doesn't, once you get in that deep shit, that's 2-3 inches deep right there. You can't steer. You just have to let it ride straight, try to butt steer it, you know, use body weight to bias the bike. Yeah. Well, in the trailer, it's got its own inertia and it wants to do something different. So if it gets dragged slightly on a different line, it starts pulling the back end, which pushes the front end a slightly different direction, the opposite direction. It's doing good. I'm watching it. The thing with gravel riding is you got to loosen up a little bit, and you can't overthink it. You just have to look for the right line and push that general direction. And when you find washboards, you slow the hell down. Ugh, Jesus. Yeah, I can put my GPS back up and hope and hope and hope and pray. If I can get my GPS back out of there. Is it still going?
Yeah, so here's the first, this is the stair step. So we go east and then south and then east and then south again.
Okay. The only problem is when I turn my GPS off like that or take it off, it's not recording our track anymore, so it affects our total mileage. I was trying to track the entire trip on GPX. Hey, air conditioning got turned on again. Fuck, it's hot. It's got to be 94 already. Headed for a high of 96 or 98, I think I saw. Ugh. Hopefully we'll be closer to the mountains by the time that heat hits and we'll be up in altitude. It won't be so hot. Maybe. Okay, so we're catching up to other scoots here. So that means the little Super Cubs are doing pretty good on this packed gravel. We're still hitting nasty, nasty washboard sections that threaten to toss us off the bike, but this is pretty hard packed. We passed Gildo, and now we're about to pass Scooter Chef here. Hard pack works pretty good, but it's those unexpected washboards and unexpected deep piles of nickel-sized gravel that raise the pucker factor to 11.5. Because these things just, there's no control in them. You're trying to keep them upright. Direction is not important. It's just upright is the only thing. It's pretty rugged out here, man. Look at this beautiful view. Just came over a hill. We're navigating treacherous gravel and marble strips, basically, and came out to that view out there. It's pretty stunning. Now with a little sport ute, you know, one of those UTVs out here. Oh hell, this would be just absolute ear-to-ear grin. Drift it, throw it around on the corners. Little pizza cutter tires, not so much fun. Wow, look at that view. Yeah, there's a right turn. I think you're just following the road. I'm just watching the map here slowly. As soon as I take my eyes off of the path, we end up in rumple strips. Gravel rumple strips. Wow, look at this. Ah, that's rough. Yeah, it's really rough. I'm gonna go over this slow so I don't get myself some kind of an injury. I'll take the high path. Oh, yeah, rough. Yeah, I've been out on a lot of off-road trails, BDR routes, stuff like that, and you'll run into a lot of these where they're gated and you just have to stop and open the gate and go through, close the gate, because they don't have cattle grates to keep the livestock in yet. I don't know how that works. I mean, a lot of it, I guess, is private land, but they have public easements, or I don't know. Yeah. Man, look at this view. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Man, look at this. Middle of nowhere, Wyoming. On a Super Cub. Who'da thunk? This is not what I had thought a lot of the Cannonball trip would be. I figured it would be mostly highways. Did not realize we would be out here in the middle of the scrub. Not complaining. Well, yeah, and I knew there could be... Oh, Jesus, that is a bad bump. Ooh, hey, stay here. I remember seeing some of that stuff, but I didn't think that they were going to do it again, because everybody complained so much. They removed a lot of those routes. Apparently not this gravel. This is a shit ton of gravel here that we're traveling. 40 or 50 miles of it today. That's a lot of miles on little street tires. Yeah, without the weight on here, I'll bet this would be not nearly as nerve-wracking, because we wouldn't have that 80 pounds of inertia from the trailer pushing the back end of the bike side to side. Oh, that is just epic, man. Look at this. Stay here, okay. Man, that's awesome. Thank you, Wyoming. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. We're fighting a really stiff breeze coming from our left. I don't know what direction we're traveling. I ain't looking at it yet. We're zooming in on a checkpoint, by the way. It's about a 20-mile-an-hour lateral breeze that we're fighting here, and it's hard to figure out if the breeze is blowing us or if the gravel is drifting us. A little of both. Yeah, so yeah, it says slow. Heed that warning. Slow down, slow down. I see spirals out. Yep, I see two spirals out. I think a couple of scoots might have gone down right there. I've seen 3 or 4 of those. So this is our checkpoint. It's got to be. I don't know which building, but we're right on top of the checkpoint. So it's got to be here. I don't know what. Let's stop over here on the left and stretch our legs and figure out what's what. Behind us, forward. Let me see. It looks like it's a little bit forward. Just a little bit. Oh, my ass hurts. Yeah, it must be just right around this corner. What, so we got to... Yeah, this has got to be it here. We're here. I mean, we're on top of this thing. Yeah, just down around to the left. I wasn't zoomed up tight enough. So, yeah, it's just down here. Second gear. Let's try first. We got pavement. Don't get cocky. It's covered in gravel. Yeah, it's covered in gravel. Yeah, this gotta be it. I mean... Yeah, we're past it, actually. So, I'm just gonna take a picture. We'll circle around. Damn it. Oh, yeah, this loose gravel on the asphalt is tricky. This has got to be it. I mean, we're on top of it. Yeah, right on top of it. Man, this is gorgeous. How would you love to have this as your yard? It's amazing. I'm going to stand right in the middle of the road. Get a teabag photo. Gonna make it? I thought it was quite good, actually. I enjoyed that. I mean, there were some shit sections for sure, but that was quite good. The views are absolutely worth the effort. Man, 100%. Yeah, I am all over this. This is good shit today. Good shit. Whatever you need, man. Yeah, my plate is doing quite well. No problems. This plate, not so much. But our Bodge is holding up there. It's just going to swing around. Now, the one thing... Like she was resecuring gear. Maybe she was doing gas. Who knows? Wow, that's rugged. Those hills look really close, and then you just keep gaining on them, and they keep getting bigger and bigger. Like, oh crap! No, that's much larger than I thought, and it's much further away than I thought. wondering how many people ate shit in the gravel today. I saw 2 or 3 spiral out marks. Maybe that's why the support truck was there. There were 2 or 3, you could see cross-up marks where tires had swapped. So they looped it and went down. Look at this. That's awesome. Soundtrack going in the helmet, listening to Thompson Twins. Okay, it fits. Twins. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Wyoming. Hey, I lofted the front wheel. Nice. Yeah, I yanked up on the front wheel to kind of wheelie at full throttle, and I didn't bottom out the front end. So, bonus. Did I get extra points for that today? I power wheelie to Super Cub. Iron Mountain. Starting to get into the much bigger hills out here. Soon they're not going to be hills, they're going to be full-on proper mountains. These probably classify as mountains. I've never looked that up. I wonder what the technical difference is between a hill and a mountain when it becomes a mountain. You know, I'm sure there's probably some minimum elevation change from the surrounding terrain. Oh. Them's are tall. The Super Cubs are kicking the scooters' butts today. Yeah, Team Super Cub. Oh, I'll just put my feet up. Relax. Absolutely epic. It'd be great to live out in some place like Utah or you know, anywhere out on the west coast where they've got views like this all the time. Us flatlanders don't get it down there on the southern coast. We can get into some twisty hills, but nothing like this. You don't get the skylines. I guess that's the big difference. We can get some nice twisties and some very, very technical roads. We've got quite a few down there in Texas, but you don't get this for your horizon that you're looking toward. It just doesn't happen. Nice backdrop. And of course, these roads are smooth and long and sweeping, and this is hands-free Scooter Cannonball run control center here. Lifted GPS, music, Cub on autopilot. Gotta lean a bit. Okay. Back on course. Listening to frontline assembly. Steering. Still no scooters in the distance. We're kicking their asses. What do we want to call this one ahead of us? Butt Creek Pass? Yep. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. I'm stuck on this pass. This is a 30% incline here, and I don't have any power to pull it. I made the mistake of stopping to see if someone was okay behind me. I lost momentum, and first gear, watch this. That's it, nothing. I'm spinning the rear tire. I don't have enough power, and if I'm being dragged backwards with just the front brake. I have to stomp on the rear pedal. So now the trick is, without dumping this thing, I've got to get off of it somehow. Let me set the side stand. Nope. No, I'm hosed. Somebody's going to have to push me out of this. I'm hosed. I should not have stopped. Look at this. You probably can't appreciate the incline here, but if you stop, that's it. Game over. You're not coming up. So I'm going to have an assist. I can't even get off of the scoot. I'm full throttle, first gear. I can't. If I get my weight off of it, let's see if I can paddle it, 1 foot, but I can't even get off of it because it's going to slide backwards before I can grab a hold of it. And I'm going to burn up my clutch, so I can only do that for short stints. Holy crap. Dave, you're an asshole. This is insane. Give it some more. I can only do this for about 20 to 30 seconds at a time, and then I've got to let the clutch cool down because I'll burn the clutch out. And then I got to hold both brakes and try again. Adrian doesn't have his antenna up on his comm, I guess, because as soon as he crested this rise, he was gone. I was asking him if he could find a flat spot and stop and come back and push me.
But I warned him. I said, don't stop. If you stop, you're stuck. Okay, let's try again. Full throttle. Give it some push. If I can just get moving. Yeah, there we go. That's a 30% incline right there. That's crazy. I need to get rolling. Once you get rolling, you can't stop. It's too steep. Wow. I didn't think I was going to get out of that without actually, worst case scenario, dropping the bike. I have to set the bike on its side, and I would have to unload this trailer to reduce my weight. Yeah, this is first gear. That's all you can do. Yeah, this is 25% grade here almost. This is nuts. It's not as steep as the last one. Wow. And there's no warnings on this either. There's no signs that say caution, you know, grade, anything like that. No. These are like mining paths, logging paths. Wow. Adrian, at the bottom of that hill back there, hit a giant boulder with his front wheel, and it sent him careening off to the side. He almost ate it in the drainage ditch on the side, and he slowed down. So I was powering up the hill when he was working with that, so I slowed down to see if he was okay, and that's what got me stuck. Oh, jeez, that looked like a slide mark where somebody went off. No scooters down here? No, good. Oh, this is absolute treachery for scooters and little tires. Full throttle, first gear. Oh my lord. It'll be poetic justice if Dave dumps his scooter. He designed this route. I like you, Dave, but this is a bit extreme. This is not a scooter route. Nope, second gear's too tall. Gotta stand first. That's just second gear. I'm only going, what, 20 miles an hour? If that, 18. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some knobbies. Can you hear me? Yeah. As soon as you crested that hill, you disappeared. I was seeing if somebody could find a flat spot and come back and push me up, because I had no power. I had to get full on the throttle for about 30 seconds at a time, and I was only making about 3 feet per interval, so I didn't burn up the clutch. I'm sure that put a bunch of garbage in my oil. Good, my glove is still down there. Man, I about ate shit just trying to get off the bike twice. That was so steep that I had to stay on the rear brake because I was getting dragged downhill with just the front brake. So that means I couldn't get off the left side of the bike, but you can't get off the right side and still hold down the pedal. So yeah, well, you can. You got to figure out a creative way to swing your leg over, but not on a hill where you're being dragged down at terminal velocity. So they made it. Their scooters had enough traction to power through. So we lost our lead. Oh well. Yeah, as long as you didn't lose velocity on that. Crazy. This is soft, man. There's no hard pack here. If you wiggle your toe, it changes the weight by ballast on the bike, and over you go. Stay away from the left side. Crazy. I think the camera turned on too late to see some of those, but we got herds of sheep running around on the road here. As long as there's no more running down the hill toward us. We survive the gravel torture, but we get taken out by a sheep. We get a ram running down the hill. Whammo! I'm really trying not to get a puncture in my tires. We're hitting some square edge chunky rocks, man. Ooh, washboard. Yeah, this is less than fun. Ooh, big rocks. What kind of maniacs sign up for this kind of torture? Ooh, big rocks. Big rocks. Don't eat my tires, don't eat my tires. Yeah, that's rough. Big rocks. Each one of these big rocks we're hitting is more suspension throw than we have. 4-inch rocks. That's more travel than we've got. It's really hard to read the contrast of this stuff too. It's all white and beige and very little contrast. You can't tell if it's deep, if it's sharp, if it's soft. There's really no read on it until you hit it and then play the panic game. Well, Chef here's doing fine on his Scoot. His big tires, fat tires, are not digging in at all, it doesn't look like. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I had to get out of this. Ugh. Shoulder's cramping up again like yesterday. As long as I don't get the Charlie horse in my leg, I'll be good. Ooh, that's bad. So there's like 46 miles of this on the course today. Jesus. Give me an ADV bike and I'll rip through here and not look twice, but Cub ain't liking this. I really hope we don't have more of this shit over in the Rockies. That's not going to entertain me at all. That 35% grade back there was almost a showstopper. Yeah, that was almost a showstopper for me because I was going to have to forcefully down the bike. The only way that you can save yourself in those situations is you dump the bike and you ground one of your handlebars into the dirt or the rocks to keep it from sliding down. And of course on this, you're going to ruin the plastics. And I was going to have to unload the trailer to lighten my load so I could climb the damn thing. Ugh. Yeah, if you stopped, you'd have been in the same boat. I was stuck like Chuck. The engine, ooh, shit, big rock, goddamn, ooh. The engine just doesn't have enough power to pull it. It was starting to spin the rear tire, but not really. It was digging, but not spinning. Oh, Jesus Christ, these are 6-inch ledges. Oh, fuck me. Getting air over one of these little ledges. Ooh, more of them. And once you see them, it's too late. Just no contrast. Yikes. I'll be really surprised if we don't have anything broken after this. This is just insanity. Yeah, they're not built for this. You need more suspension, different spring rates, and definitely better tires. This is not appropriate behavior. Ugh. Hey. Every bump is bottoming out front and back. Hey. At least we're on hard pack now. This is good, but just when I hit those big boulders going this fast, that will certainly break something. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's just wrong, dude. We are just fucking killing these things. Oh, don't lip it. Almost got stuck in a rut and lipped it. Ride the rut, ride the rut. Don't try to get out. Don't ride. Oh, there you go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the Trail Cub would even be having a little bit of trouble on this. Because, I mean, we're hitting 5-inch depressions and going over 4- and 5-inch tall rocks. I mean, just... the camera's not going to do this justice. It's going to look smooth on camera. It ain't. Not by a long shot. Right, like right there. Those were 4-inch rocks. Son of a bitch. And that's more suspension throw than we have. And these are not spoke rims, so they don't have any flex. These are cast wheels. crack these wheels on those bumps. Yeah, heading in the right direction to hell. Fudge. We're back on the main route. This is the main track. We're on the main track. We got on it a minute ago. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look.
Oh, he broke his gauge. Yeah, I mean, this is just torture. This is killing everything.
I found one screw. I couldn't find the other.
Son of a bitch. Everything's just vibrating loose. I'm surprised I haven't broken off my GPS mount by now. I mean, it's on these RAM mounts, but everything is banging around. 13 more. Fuck me. I'm gonna start. Want out of this shit. We can't turn back. We got more to go backwards. We passed the point of no return. Now it's get through or die. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this washboard. Oh, fuck. Ah. Does anybody want a gently loved Super Cub? Buyer beware, caveat emptor. Oh no. Ah, bad washboard on the right. It's getting worse, man. It's not getting better. Oh, this is some bullshit. I see scooter tracks through here, so somebody has come through just ahead of us. No, there's no other way. The trick to this is you look for somebody else's line and you watch for any S-curves in it. If there are S-curves, don't take their line. They about ass swapped it. I see multiple scooter tracks here. There are 3 tracks. Somebody made it through ahead of us. One of these is narrow, so it might be benchies. Oh, god damn, this is rough. I've got so much grit in my teeth. Ah. Yeah, I see multiple scoot tracks here, so we've got some survivors on the course. I see 3 right here. 4. There's 4 tracks. Somebody about 8 shit went off left right there. Oh, washboard. Hey. I'm just going to keep recording until the SD card runs out. I think I'm still recording. I don't know. Am I still recording? Can't stare at it. I don't know if I have it. No. Oh, fuck. Turned off the camera, but I turned it on a second too late. We just drove through a open shooting range. People are parked off the side of the road, and we got rifles and bows, and they're just shooting out here. Okay, hope they shoot away from the roadway. Yeah, I checked my brakes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're smart. I checked my brakes 2 or 3 times already just to make sure they were still functioning before I got into these curves. Test front, test back, make sure they're still there before you end up running off the road and making love to a tree. This is a nice twisty route down, but I sure wish it wasn't preceded with 18 miles of sheer torture. Bottom of the hill is tight here. Decreasing radius off camber. Watch out. there's a blind rise. Where the fuck does the road go? It's those pucker moments like, oh, is it going left? Is it going right? Whoop! This is a fun little road, but there's blind switchbacks. Watch out as you crest them. You can't figure out which direction they twist or how tightly. So I'm ripping through here 50-ish with a fully loaded Cub plus an 80-pound trailer behind me. It's handling it marvelously after getting its ass kicked on gravel, giant rocks that it should not have to deal with in its road life. The trailer has its own inertia, so you got to be a little cautious about swinging transitions because it doesn't respond instantly. Doesn't respond instantly, but it does okay. That was a nice twisty. And the air conditioning got turned on again, thank God. It's a 30, I'm going to go on around, thank you. Visor is so dirty I can't see out of it. I don't know if you guys can see anything out of the camera. Okay. Air conditioning has been restored. Please return your tray tables to their down and relaxed positions. Oy. Yeah, we're on the route. We're cruising in. I'm in my recliner chair now, stretching out my back and my shoulders that have been taking a beating for the last hour and a half. What park is that? Ranch. Stretch the back of the shoulder. Jesus, it's just not at it, not at all. And it's time for a drink. First, I can find my spout blowing past my shoulder. Okay. Oops, that's going to be the children. Hands-free cruise control. Refreshments complete. Running out of water. Over here. Still on the route. I don't know how far out our checkpoint is. Man, the air conditioning feels good though. I must thank the captain. Get. Don't do that. Don't piss me off. Minus. I don't know. We've got a ways to the checkpoint. I don't know where it is. It's
not showing up on here, because if I zoom out any further, I lose the track. Autopilots. You need that fast forward button from the movie. Click. Fast forward. Just arrive at the checkpoint. Meanwhile, I can rest my shoulder and air out my shorts. Pretty good cruise control here. 55, I'm doing 70. 65. Hands free on cruise. Thank you very much. Oh, stay over here. Let me reach for the handlebars. Oh, stay over here. Oh, there you go. Oh. Kind of hard to navigate with crosswinds at 20 knots. Oh, stay over here. Oh. I'm still full on gas. How are you? Yeah, full. We didn't use hardly any fuel because we weren't moving fast. That was just an hour and a half of ass-numbing, ball-jiggling torture. Oh, we got deer. No, those weren't deer. Those were mule deer. They look like mule deer. Be careful. There's wildlife on the road. I don't know. But there's wildlife off the sides of the road, so keep your eyes peeled. I just saw a mama and 2 fawns. They look like mule deer. They weren't normal deer. They're like a mix between a deer and a llama. I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah. Keep going. My ass hurts. Oh, so do my knees. Okay. Okay, right in 3.2. I see a curve ahead, but then beyond that, my scale doesn't go that far. I can drag it over and try not to run off the road. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh man, my knees are roasted. Backs of my legs are finally starting to hurt. My taint ain't liking it. My taint ain't liking it. Still in a 40. So slowing at the bottom of the hill here. The intro to the bridge, but there's this. It's a neat looking bridge. I don't even know where we are. We're in somewhere in Wyoming. This is nice pavement. Yeah, sure. He'll catch up.
faster than we are. Huh. So is his Garmin not working? All that well, maybe all the vibration killed his base or his charging cable or something. Yeah, I don't see a fuel station yet. Yeah, I mean, need a drink. I've got a little bit of water left. I've got a little water left in my hydration pack, but I'd like a big ass Gatorade. Oh, where? Oh yeah, I see it now. The Golden Arches. Yeah, okay. Let's stop there. I'm gonna get over in the road. Oh, I guess that truck wants over. Right. Yep. If he'll make up his mind and go. If you're in a hurry, then make it happen. Yeah, quarter cheese sounds okay. I'd rather have Subway or something, but whatever. Easy. Food is food at this point. I see a sign over here and a sign over there, so it's got to be the one over here on the left. Yeah, it's just after eating. I don't care. Okay. Let's grab a bite and make it a quick one so we can maintain our path. There's McNasty's, and yeah, that's not enough. That's not a good one. Let's, yeah, McNasty's it is. I don't see anything else. I don't know. No, probably not. So, yeah. Yeah. Donk. Okay. Ah, shit, there's a Subway over there. Yeah, I prefer Subway. Much. I see there's a Subway sign there, but I don't know how to get to it. I'm going to go parking lot hopping. I'll tell you where it is. I might lose connection with you, but it's right over here on the other access road leading, whatever that is, south. I don't know. I'm all messed up. Hoi! Curb. This side somewheres. Yeah, here's a Subway, and this is a two-way, so we can come back over to the fuel stations. So this is not the access road, it's a side road. Exit. Building exit of the entrance. Can you still hear me? Front row parking. Oh, goodness. 255 miles into today's torture. And we've got, what, 523? No, add 6% to that, so 255, add, what, 12, 15. So that we're 270 in. And we've got 525 or something. Oh, goody. All right, food time. Okay, looks like we're getting into the big stuff out here. This must be the edge of the Rocky Mountains. I'm not even sure where we are in Wyoming. We're headed toward the corner of Colorado, from what I remember. But this is about as good as it's going to get for us. Flat road. Everything through there is going to be up. So we're doing 50, 55 here on this flat, but it's going to be
painful in a few minutes. We've got a checkpoint coming up in about 7 or 8 miles, or a bonus point, I think it is. And then we're going to start working our way toward the northern end, or the southern end of this, I guess, southwestern end. And we may or may not do the last bonus point because it involves 20 some miles, 29 miles of gravel, something like that, and we would be doing it in the dark, so probably not the best idea. So we'll figure it out. And we're not sure if we have to check in to the hotel, the finish line, take our picture by midnight, or if we could come in later than that. But best case, if we skip the gravel and just stay on the roads, we're looking at the earliest possible arrival time of about 9:50 or something like that, 9:30. So there's no way that we're going to be able to do it all and get it in by midnight. So yeah, figure out if there's a midnight cutoff to this. We'll figure it out. But check out the horizon here. Nice backdrop. Taller ones behind that. Wow. Okay, so we're just entering Centinnial. Welcome to Centinnial. Those are mountains. I'd love a few beers, but can't do that until we get in tonight. So. Oh, it's just going to get painful from here up. It's 55 miles an hour, yeah, in our dreams. Miles an hour, wide open in third gear, and losing speed. I wonder if they have any passing lanes or pull-offs here. Alright, here we are, second gear full tilt, in order to gain speed a little bit. Yep. I think we're going to be spending our life in second gear tonight. Full tilt, just barely gaining. 27, full throttle. 28. It's gonna be a climb. This is where we start our 11,000 foot ascent. Well, total height is 11,000 feet. We're not necessarily ascending 11,000. What are we starting off at? We're already at 8394, so we're above. Well, we're higher than Denver right now. Denver's the mile-high city, so they're 5,200 feet and change. We're already 3,000 feet above that. So from where we are right now, we've got another a little over 2,000 feet to gain, 2,500 feet.
Yep, that's a mountain. Watch that first step. It's a doozy. This is where Adrian's bike has an advantage on mine with the 14-tooth sprocket versus the 15 that I've got. He can maintain a climb in a gear that I can't. You know, so if I'm getting bogged down in third gear and have to drop to second, he can usually carry it in third. Same with fourth. I'll have to downshift to third a little bit earlier than he does. Only dealing with 8 horsepower, or 8.5. There's only so much work it can do. And we figured out that our maximum ascent rate doesn't really matter what forward speed we're moving, is about 5 feet per second. And here I am, under 30, so it's time for second gear. We figured out that our maximum ascent rate is around 5 feet a second. And, of course, the faster we're going, then just a shallower grade, but as we get going steeper and we slow down, it still hovers right around 5 feet a second. And I'm basing that off of the altimeter in the GPS. So right now, full tilt, moving 35, 36, climbing this grade. It's jumping at about 4 feet a second, 3 feet a second. Now it's going to jump because we just increased our slope here. Yeah, so I'm moving a little less than the 5 feet a second. I'm only doing 4 feet a second. Probably less power in the engine due to the altitude. Yeah, 4 feet a second is about my max ascension rate right now. My max climb rate, whatever you call it. Yep, 4 feet a second. 1 update a second. Yep, 4 feet a second. So we've lost a little power probably due to the altitude. Full open in second gear, and I'm just hovering at low 30s. Crazy. Are you in second or third, Adrian? You're in second. I'm wide open. I'm gaining on you. I'm gaining on you. I'm going to blow you away. Cooked him on the uphill. If I shift to third, I'm going to lose real fast. Yeah, 4 feet a second is our climb rate. Oh, I just saw a 5 foot increment. 4 to 5 feet, that's it. I don't want to go more than about 35 in second and get up on the rev limiter. 35-ish. So where is this bonus point? How far in is it? Ski area snow range to our left. So, yep, we're up here above the snow line, obviously. It's just not snowing right now. Okay, third gear, losing speed. Ski resort. Can't read through my dirty visor. Snowy range, ski area. Okay. Second gear. We're going to be living in second gear most of the evening. Well, for the climbs anyway. The downhills, probably just coasting in fourth, maybe third. Use engine braking down the hills most of the time to burn up our brakes. So glad I have earplugs. I would be deaf if I didn't have them. Huge gaps between second and third in these transmissions. Same with first and second. They're real far apart. Climbing like this.
tires are popping.
It's hot too. 32. Yep. Second gear. The little 8 horsepower that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Where are we at now? We are at 9572, about 9,600 feet. We still have another 1,500 feet to go. Roughly. I guess I need to take a look at my oil temp down there. It's running hotter than it usually does. Yep, it's about 25 degrees hotter than it usually does. Okay, as long as I got some airflow. Setting the throttle at about 80% and letting it chug because third gear is too high. Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it. There's third bog. Bog. Come on, go. This looks flat. It ain't. We're still climbing. Visit from something you don't want. Can you still hear me, Adrian? I said that sign back there, no overnight parking. We're not going to be able to camp anywhere up in here. Not smart anyway. This is bear country, brown bear, so not the ones to mess with. We could probably stealth camp near a hotel or in town or something, but out here in the mountains, not a good idea. We could check for a national park, and if we can find one that's open, then we can talk to the rangers, find out if they have any bear warnings or anything like that going right now. But generally, these areas are kind of a no-go for tent, hammock, at certain times of year anyway. Oh man, this is chugging. Okay, ladies and gents, we're up in the snow line. You can see snow on the caps up here, a few hundred feet above us. It's chilly up here. It's probably in the 50s right now, low 50s, maybe high 40s. Cold. If they're another 1,000 feet, that's going to be cold. Ooh, fourth gear. Going fast. I stopped on the side of the road there for a second to try to put my GoPro 8 up here to do the time lapse. I forgot to put it on there earlier, but our checkpoint's just up ahead, so I'm going to put it on then and try to get some time lapse of twisting through the mountain passes here. Engine is definitely down on power up here at 11,000 feet, almost 11,000. Where are we at? Where? 10.5, so 10,500 feet. I'm going to go down a little bit here and then see if we're going up again, because I remember that our elevation was going to be 11,000 max today. That, if we go over the passes up there, it's going to get real chilly real quick. It's amazing what a 1,000-foot difference in altitude makes. So yes, we're zooming in on our checkpoint here and get that picture. I'll set up my time lapse and probably grab my over jacket and my thicker gloves, my held air and dries for a little more warmth. And we'll make the pass up there.
here in the Rockies in a number of years. My sister used to live in Denver, so we would make the trip from Denver up to Central City and some of the ski resort towns, you know, just drive through and mess around. And I remember getting lightheaded while I was up there a few times. I exert myself and wonder why I'm panting so hard. There's less oxygen, man. Not feeling that today, though. Okay. My eyes are quite itchy, though, from all the dust and dirt that we got in that off-road section of Wyoming. I need to wash my eyes out. Come on, Cub. Keep chugging. We're almost there. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Zooming in on the circle. It's got to be right here. What's the name of it? Yep, he just went over the hill. 3/4 mile out and over a hill. He disappeared. These things are pretty much line of sight. It's coming quick. It's coming quick. Oh, third gear. I might have to go second. We're running thin on power here. Chug, chug, chug. Chugga, chugga, chugga. This is it right here. Observation. Yeah. It's a mileage sign. Turning around on the highway is a bad idea, but I think if we get this park entrance sign right here, we're good. Ooh, don't go off, don't go off. Ooh, it's blowing me over, man. Stop it. Libby Flats. So is this it? Was it Libby Flats? Or... okay. Route 13. No, Libby Flats. We're here. Libby Flats, right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wondered where my music was. It's playing on the phone instead of in my headset. I'm like, where's that music coming from? I think my USB stuff is getting in the way of my steering stem because I can't turn hard. Wow, check out that view. I can't see nothing. My eyes are itching like crazy. I'm gonna rinse them out right now. I think so. Whatever was after Libby Flats, it's that next one. It's 100 miles to the next one. Okay. Well, we'll just run until we run out of gas. I'm at 4 bars. No, not even close. Unless it's all downhill and we're coasting. Oh man, my eyes are itching like crazy. Okay, ready? Alright, let's roll it. Okay, so we were looking at the elevation plot for today, and this is our highest point, we think. About 10,800, 10,900. We're sitting at 10,865 right now. And about to start a little downhill. We're not sure what's on the other side of that, but we're pretty much as high as we're going to get. So we're not going to get up into the snow line, which is good, because I really don't want to put on multiple layers to keep myself from freezing. Medicine Bow Peak, cool. Anywho, now we're continuing on. It's 100 miles to our next checkpoint, and check out that view. Oh wow, we got snow below us. It's not freezing here. That's wild. We're up here. It's not freezing. We got snow. What the hell?
I mean, it's in the 40s right now, I feel like. Maybe high 40s, but it's not. Yeah, it refreezes at night. Yeah, it's going to get cold tonight, that's for sure. So, and that's probably on a shaded side most of the day, so it's not getting heated off. Interesting. Yeah. 25-mile-an-hour corkscrew, watch out. Now, if we hadn't changed my chain, this would be just miserable. That lurching is awful. I need to clean my visor. I don't know about you, but mine is so filthy with dust. I can spray mine off with my hydration pack and just squeegee it with my finger. I don't know if this can help or hurt, because I don't know if the dust is inside or outside the visor. Probably both. It's very nasty right now. So, we have snow, ladies and gents. Let's make some time and get out of here before it starts getting cold. We're on track. Oh, I forgot to do this. Visor, so heavy. Alright, so now go back to the time lapse. Okay. Running. Good, got my time lapse going. We have more snow. I have to ride with my visor open right now because my visor's so ganked up. My sunshade isn't totally covered. It's a nice lake. But it's not all downhill. Tipple National Forest Trailhead. downhill twisties. There's going to be a couple of tight left hands that's coming up ahead a little bit. I see it on the map down there. Yeah, it's a hairpin. It's right at the base of this, it looks like. Yep, it's tight. Drag the reprocessing on the trailer. I don't think I'm going to drag anything on the Cub. Reprocessing might be sacrificed. Man, 70. With my visor open, I'm not even tucked in. Probably get 73 down. I said I'm doing 70 down this, and I'm sitting straight up with my visor open. If I tucked in, I could probably get 73 out of this. But I noticed the trailer gets a little squirrely above 65. And I'm not tucked. I don't want to go any faster. So it gets a little loose in the back with that trailer bouncing around back there. Just makes the front end float too much for comfort. '70 will be as fast as we get today, I think. %. 5% grade. Copy.
It's nothing. We've done worse than that all day long. Hell, we were doing 35% on gravel. Enjoy this downhill speed while we've got it. I don't think we're going to have it for the rest of the night. We're going to be facing a lot more uphill nonsense. So while this isn't fast for sport bike territory, pretty damn fast for cruiser territory. We often outrun Harleys and baggers and full dress tours doing this stuff. Not sport tours, but tour rigs. I'm running 70 miles an hour, 65, 70 through these curves down the hill, throwing it through the twisties, and these little Cubs just handle great. So much fun. It's like a little super motard. Just doesn't have the power for the acceleration. Downhills are the fun stuff. Run them just flat out. And I'm towing an 80-pound trailer behind these. Gaining on all the cars, put it there. And I'm nowhere near the limits of traction. Not even close. It'd be fun to get together group of guys on these Cubs, experienced riders, sport bike riders or whatever, and go out and just rail twisties on these things. They're such a hoot. And it would be so competitive too, because they're all the same horsepower. Roughly the same horsepower, roughly the same speed. And you can play with your gearing, but you're going to sacrifice either acceleration or top end if you start messing around. It just comes down to rider technique and who picks the best line. I got some footage yesterday or the day before of Adrian and I going through this wooded area, and we're just gliding in perfect sync. Both of us are full on the throttle, and the bikes are matched so closely that neither one of us, or I was trailing, so I didn't have to really adjust my throttle or my entry speeds or anything to maintain pace with him. And there was one of the other riders behind us, and he said that he got some footage on his camera, or he thinks he got footage of us just gliding through the corners in perfect unison, uphill, downhill, just flowing. I felt that, I saw that from my perspective, but I wondered what it looked like from a third-party perspective, third person. And he said that he may have gotten the footage, so hopefully that came out and he can send that to me and I'll incorporate it in some of the videos. It was really, really neat. We've done that a few times on this trip, where the roads were just gentle but pretty, I wouldn't say aggressive twisties, but they're, technical. You got to pay attention because they switch back and forth real hard, and we were running through, and it's just magical. When everything flows together like that, it's such a great zen feeling. The machine's doing exactly what you want it to do. The road's there, everything's working. Nothing like it. Ooh, it just started getting like a lot warmer, like humid. Yeah, only because that car's in front of me. Man, I was railing the corners at 70, and I caught up on all this traffic. I'm like, come on, man, you're ruining my fun. Yeah, I was running 70 plus through a lot of those corners, almost flat out. I was just barely rolling out of the throttle and using engine braking. I never touched the brakes. I downshifted to third for that one tighter corner and just pinned it and left it there.
If these two cars weren't here, I would have still been sailing 70 through here probably. I was narrating on the camera saying this isn't fast for sport bike speeds, but for these bike speeds, it's hauling ass. And they handle so good. I mean, they track perfectly. They do exactly what you want them to do. It's really fun. And they never feel sketchy or out of balance or like you're on the edge of traction or anything. You just run it. I'm going to try to clean my visor. This thing is so filthy. Yeah, because you got to think our speeds on that gravel are going to be so low, it's probably easier, faster to do pavement, you know, 40, 50 miles on pavement than it would be to do that, half of that on gravel. Because on the gravel, we're going to be moving maybe 20 miles an hour. Out here on the pavement, we can run 50, 60, whatever the inclines will permit. And my hydration pack is, my air bladder thing is geeked up. What's that? Yeah. I can't pump up my my hydration bladder. It's not working. The thing must be pinched. Just gonna wipe my windscreen, my visor. Hopefully he's going to wait for you. Oh yeah, we're in the Rockies. Well, that is a gorgeous view right there. Oh, everybody, take a look at that. Right. Yeah, well, I mean, when we start puttering out, we'll find out. Okay, so we're crossing the Continental Divide here. On Super Cubs. These tar snakes suck. They feel horrible. They're not really going to upset the traction too much, but they do make the front wheel squirm every single time. Avoid them. These posts on the side of the road are interesting. They're snow posts. Yep, well, for knowing where the road surface is. Because when all this is covered in snow, you have no clue where you're at, left, right. And these sticks and posts will usually be above the line, and the snowplows use them to kind of guide where they are too. Because the snowplows come running through here, but the snow drifts, the banks that they can put up on the side to clear the road, hopefully they don't go over the top of those so people can still see where the edge is. I took a ride up into the mountains a couple times with my sister to go to various places just touring, and we went up in the wintertime once. We got stuck behind the snowplow waiting for them to clear the road enough that we could get by. And a little Honda Civic front-wheel drive with chains on it, so
We knew we were going to get there, just didn't know how long it was going to take. Oh, God, this tar snakes make me jump every time. We just came from over there. Big old mountain. Good question. I don't recall. What is the Continental Divide? That's a good question. I just know it's the east versus west. It's like the center line. The Rockies, yeah, it's kind of the central line of the Rockies. So we are crossing the Rockies today, right now. Tar snakes everywhere in the lane I want to be. .7% grade. All right, getting steeper. That section back there though that we did an hour or so ago, flying down out of after the gravel. Oh man, that was great. It was hauling bulls. My face cooled off immediately when I put this mirrored visor on here. So much better. These things scratch super easy though. These Iridium visors, I don't recommend them. This is the second one I've gotten. I thought the first one might have been defective because it developed these crazing lines in it, you know, little striation lines, and I thought maybe I overflexed it or something. It was just goofy. But it was scratching real easy on the outside, and the coating was coming off. This one's doing the same thing, and I've been really careful with it. Just bug strikes on it are taking off some of the iridium coating. It's pissing me off. This thing's $130, man. That's an expensive set of shades, dude. So I won't get this one again. I'll just get one of the mirrored smoke or the blue mirror or something, but not this iridium. This thing's too pricey. And invariably, the spots that you see in it, you know, that where the coating comes off, it's right over your eyes. You know, I'm staring into them right now, and it's annoying me. It's like, I try to wipe it off, and all you do is make it worse because it makes the coating come off. You okay? You get something in your eye? I've got water, and I've got those eye drops, the allergy eye drops. I don't know if it's the altitude or the dust from running those trails, but my eyes are just itchy, itchy, itchy. You want to pull off, get some water? That's what I did a minute ago when I changed out this visor. I washed my eyes out. Lots of sheep. They said open range, they ain't kidding. I thought they were behind a fence there for a second, but then I saw this couple near the road. Like, uh-oh, man. Hold on. They're everywhere. Yeah, luckily we're only going 35, 40. What? Nope. Well, I mean, all through here it says open range, so basically all of this area is open range. They've got fences, but you know, sheep and you see cattle out here on the road sometimes. But I've seen sheep out here many, many times, and then deer later at night. Driving through a bunch of splits in the mountains, man. Look at that. That's amazing. Super Cub, flat out. With a trailer. Down here at the bottom of the gas. Had to adjust my line twice. Open range, yeah. I haven't seen any speed goats right now. It'd be a little hard for me to change trajectory. 65, 70. Still on the path. Epic views. Amazing. Cruise control for my ski lift here. Oh, choke, choke, choke. You still with me? Nope. Super Cubs, flat out, racing through the Rockies. Hey, rabbit! I'm gonna hit you going 65 miles an hour. Epic cool, man. Just road and a couple of Cubs. I haven't seen another car, truck, van, person. Scores of miles. It's like our own private tour of the Rockies. Blasting out to the tunes, the headset, and screaming sound of a 125cc lawnmower. Little intersections, I keep looking. Oop, missed a turn. Oop. I'm still full on fuel. Flogging the ever-living piss out of it, and it's still full for the last 30 or 40 miles. Leaving Wyoming. Okay, we just crossed out of Wyoming, so this must be Colorado. What's the sign say? Are we in Colorado now? Oh. Checkpoint shouldn't be too far away. Wow, look at that tabletop up there. Slater Creek. Oh, turn. Oh, it got hot right here. That's weird. Yeah, well, we just left Wyoming. We must be in Colorado now. Just stay on this, I don't know where. Entering Wyoming. So we left Wyoming, we entered Wyoming. We're in, we're out, we're in, we're out. Descent. This is good. Entering Colorado, just for our checkpoints. Oh, I'm speeding. I'm going 67 and 65. I bet our rear tires are feeling the pain today. Climbing that hill reminds me so. Getting closer. We got loose cat. No, their fence. So we got loose cattle down here, but there's a fence. Okay, it's got to be just at the top of this hill. No, we were looking for a sign, right? It was 4. Okay, so it's this intersection right here. That was the 4 sign, but they showed 2 signs, right? Right here? Maybe. Where's the 13 sign? This ought to do it, I hope. Check out that sunset, everybody. I'd much rather not be riding a gravel road to be looking at it, but as far as gravel roads go, this one's pretty good, and that's one hell of a sunset. Still have a few minutes of it left, but that's looking good. Okay, everybody, I think this is our last chance at that sunset right there, because I'm going to have hills in my way. Stay to the center, loose on the outside, loose on the outside. Gravel riding on a Cub is a technical adventure. We're trying to book ass out of this before it gets really dark, because it's going to be very hard to see this in the dark. We still have about 10 miles, 15 miles to go. I do. We're still on track. And that's it for the sunset over there, I do believe. I'm not going to see any more of it because we are not facing that direction. And I'm not about to turn my camera that way. Look at that sunset, everybody. I'm putting the camera over here and I'm looking at the road. Look at that sunset. It is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's all good. Center is good. Marbles on the right, marbles on the left. Center's good. Slight downhill, picking up speed here. Might want to just engine brake fourth, maybe engine brake third. Stay center, left of center. As far as gravel roads go, this is the best traveled one we've hit so far on this trip. Still don't like them, but and we're sun blind from staring into the sun and riding all day, so I can't see shit for contrast here.
Okay, we got a caution 20 miles per hour, so let's slow down, cresting this hill. Not sure what they're talking about, but I'm not going to call them liars. It is getting rough, and it's downhill. Yeah, it's downhill right, and it's very rough, so slow down. Fudge buckets, it's rough. I'm trying to go middle here. Right side's pretty rough. Yeah, this is a steep descent, and it's very rough. Oh my God, it's washboarded. Oh my God. My butt is getting bounced completely up out of the seat. Oh shit, Muslim. Yeah, it's okay. It's just really, really rough, and it's really washboarded. Oh, good Lord. Yikes. Yeah. Left track, inside track. Oh man. Impacts are so sharp it's hurting my wrists. Yeah, just stay center or left. You don't want to be on the outside. It's all marbled. Oh, good Lord, this is rough. What's that? Yeah, it's all chunky rocks buried in dirt, so it is definitely not a smooth ride from here out, I think. Not going to make very good time. We just need more suspension.